All right, so now that you were able to watch the intro video, I want you to take your turn at multiplying 6,432 times 5. So I want you to pause the video though first and decide what, first of all, is a reasonable answer that your answer should be about. Okay, hopefully you were able to see that 6,432 could be rounded to about 6,000 or estimated to 6 or 5,000. So if I take 5,000 times 5, I know that's going to be somewhere around 25,000. So as long as my answer goes into the 10,000s place, I know I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so I want you to pause the video and work on solving this and see if you can remember how to break apart each place value spot and multiply them separately, adding them all together, and see if you can do the method of multiplying this factor by each one of these factors and using the method of carrying over the tens column to the next place over at the end. Okay, so hopefully you've given yourself time to work it out both ways. Hopefully you got the same answer both times. If not, no worries. You just had a synapse and your brain is growing. But I will show you quickly. 5 times 2 is 10. I bring the 0 down, carry the 1. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 more is 16. I bring the 6 down, carry the 1. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 more is 21. Carry the 2. And 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 more is 32. 32,160. So I look back up and compare. Originally, I thought my answer should be around 25,000. Well, that is relatively close because really my measurement wasn't exact. I'm just giving myself my answer should be into the 10,000s spot, and we go up to the 10,000s. So we are good. Now I want to show you, before you actually go ahead, do a few more problems, create a couple problems on your own, create a problem for a friend, do that, check each other's work, talk about with your friend a reasonable answer that would be before you begin your problem, why that would be reasonable, make sure you defend it, and come flash me what you think a reasonable answer would be before you start, okay? And if I give you a thumbs up, you can give yourself a +1. If it's not reasonable, I'll tell you to go back, think about it, that it's not a reasonable answer. Okay? And now I want you to think about division. So division, you start with a dividend. It's divided up by a divisor, and you are left with dividend, divisor. Okay, my brain came back. Dividend, divisor, and quotient. That's what these are all called. Dividend, divisor, and quotient. Quotient is essentially the answer that you're looking for. So the dividend, we start with 14 things, whatever it might be. It might be people, it might be jelly beans. The divisor, I like to think of that as the evil villain that's breaking up the things that we have. So in this case, let's say we have 14 jelly beans. The divisor is forcing us to break it up into 2 groups instead of having 1 group. And the quotient is going to be how many are in each group. So 14 divided by 2, doing large-scale division and small-scale division is very similar. So I need to break up 14 into 2 groups. I know I can start off breaking them up out by 5s. I can't do 10s because I don't have 2 10s here to give, but I can do 2 5s. So I'm going to start giving out 5, 10. And I always write my number down below here so I can keep track of where I left off. So now I've given out 10 of my 14 jelly beans, and I'm going to now count by 2s to give out the rest because I see I have 4 left. I know there's 2 2s in there. Now I'm going to go 10, 12, 14. And so now I gave out all 14 of my dividend. We're done with that. And now I just need to add up how much is in each group. Well, this group has 7, this group has 7, so my quotient is 7. All right, so the same thing goes when you are dividing up a big number. Let's do 636 divided by 6. And remember, we're looking with division, we're looking for our quotient. We have our dividend being broken up by our evil divisor, and we have our quotient. So first thing, this is how many we're starting off with. This is how many groups we're breaking it up into. So I'm going to make 6 groups. And I see I have 1,000 to give out here. I have 6,000s actually to give out. And I made it nice and simple that we have 6 groups. So I know I can start off giving out 1,000 at a time. So I'm just going to go ahead and start doing that. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, and 6,000. So I'm keeping track of that down here that I already gave out 6,000. I'm done with that. I see there's no hundreds to give out. I see there is 36 more to give out. Well, I know 5 times 3 is 30, so I'm going to start counting off by 5s. Okay, so 6,005, 6,010, 6,015, 6,020, 6,025, 6,030. 6,030. Now I see I'm really, oopsies, 30. Now I see I'm really close. 6,030, I only have 6 more to give out, and I know I just can give out 1 to each one. So then I need to count what is in each group. So I have 1,006. 1,006 in each group. So our quotient is 1,006. Okay? And then a really quick way to check your work, to make sure you did your division properly, is to multiply. This is a fact family. So 6,036 divided by 6 is equal to 1,006. Just like 6,036 divided by 1,006 would be 6. So the fact families that go with it then are 6 times 1,006 is equal to 6,036. And 1,006 times 6 is equal to 6,036. So if I can just check this, and if I get this, I know I am good. So I'll write this up here a little bit higher. So 1,006 times 6. I know 6 times 6 is 36. I'm going to put the 6 down, carry the 3. 6 times nothing is nothing. Plus 3 more is 3. 6 times 0 is nothing. And 6 times 1 is 6. So right here, my answer is the same that I started off with. So we are good to go. Works for a fact family. All right, guys, I want you to work as a group, struggle, and work through these 2 division problems. Double check your work by multiplying it. Okay, so go ahead and work through these out. Test it with multiplication at the end to see if your product you got matches the dividend you started off with. Okay, good luck. I can't wait to see how you do.